$31,500 and it's yours. What's this all about? How does it work? Is it legal? Is it a scam? Sounds too good to be true. Does it even have electricity? My God, these are some of the questions I've been asked. So I've made this video to tell you why it's a genuine sale. And I've made it to tell you why the first one with $31,500 will be the new owner and why I'm selling this modern luxury Auckland CBT apartment so cheap. And if we're a good match, maybe you'll be the new owner in just a few days from now. My name's Dean Argent and I'm selling the home as a package of a home with finance attached. That means to become the new owner, you just have to pay a deposit of $31,500 and then you just pay me off instead of paying the bank. You just need to, 1, pay the deposit, and 2, promise you'll make the payments and it's all yours, just like with the bank. You can move straight in or you can keep the current tenant. That's your choice. But you don't have to qualify for a bank loan because the property is for sale with attached finance. Now I know this sounds too good to be true, maybe even a scam, but it is true and it's not a scam. So why not let the lawyers decide if it's a scam or not? They'll sniff it out. And besides that, you won't be paying me a cent anyway. You'll be paying money directly into the lawyer's trust account. And after we've signed the paperwork and stuff, and after the lawyer agrees that it's a legitimate transaction, then you'll be sitting on your new deck, enjoying a glass of wine while overlooking the gorgeous harbour views. And this can happen very quickly in just a week or two from now. And if it still sounds too good to be true, let me explain to you why I'm doing this. You see, I'm in the business of helping people get into their home without the bank's help. Back in 2006, I had a rental property with great tenants, Sean and Susan. And after they'd been there for a few years, Susan asked me if I could give her a reference that she could take to the bank because she wanted to get a home loan and get off the rental treadmill. She was a nice person, so I helped her out. I gave her the reference. Anyway, the bank knocked her back and said no. It turned out at the time I was thinking about selling the property anyway, so I knew that Susan and Sean were good people with good jobs. They just didn't fit the bank's ideal customer profile. So we sat down and got thinking and we thought, well, why can't I just sell Susan and Sean the house with finance attached? So, in other words, I'd be the bank. So we went to a lawyer and asked, could we actually do this? And we were surprised it was really, really simple. There were a few paperwork forms, but absolutely nothing like what the bank asked for. So we just signed the forms, and then Susan and Sean became the new owners, and they just paid me off instead of paying the bank. Easy. So within a few days, they had gone from paying dead money in rent to being homeowners, paying off their own home and actually getting ahead. I was happy because I'd sold the property for the price I wanted, and therefore it was a great deal for both of us. So fast forward to a few years later, 5 and a bit years actually, Susan and Sean went to the bank, qualified for a bank loan because they'd been making regular repayments, and they paid me out. So I wanted to show you and share with you the thank you card that Susan sent me shortly afterwards. You probably can't read it, but I've got it here. It says, "Dear Dean and Mel," that's my wife, "we wanted to send you our sincere thanks for everything. Firstly, for the opportunity to rent and then buy your house when we could not have been able to do it otherwise. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Secondly, for your support over the past 5 years, especially in the past few months through bank negotiations. We are really thankful for all your support, guidance and patience. We would not have been in this position without you. It's more than appreciated. We will keep in touch. Best wishes and kind regards, Sean, Susan, Daniel and Lucy." So you don't get cards from people who don't like what you've done for them saying that if it's not legitimate, okay? So I've done this before and that's why we do this now. So I've also interviewed her and you can listen to that recording of Susan and you'll see that link on this page here somewhere. So that's how I started and now it's what I do. I buy houses, then I change the finance and I help people get off the rental treadmill or get into their first investment property without the help of the traditional banking system. And it's a real system and it works. So by now you probably want to talk some numbers. So firstly, this is like this is a $1 million apartment. There's no questions. Like with views like this, it's luxury, it's modern, it's in the CBD, you know, all the cafes and everything, it's all right there. It's on level 8 of the Scene 3 apartments with gorgeous uninterrupted harbour views. And there it is there. And those views actually, you can see how when they took the photo they were like down low. I don't know why they did that. If they had been standing up at eye level, all you can see is water. You can see the car park in that there, but it's just great water views. It rents at around, value is around about $700 a week, and it's leasehold. There's 161 apartments in that block. In fact, one of them up the top rents for $1,800 a week. Okay, so we're talking about a luxury top-end stuff. But it's leasehold, and leasehold means you actually don't own the land, but you have the legal right to live there. You, the owner, you have that right. And it's quite common in Auckland. There's actually plenty of apartment blocks that operate via the leasehold method. But it does mean, however, that you have to pay rent on your apartment. So when you add everything together, all the rates and the maintenance and the rent and all that stuff, it totals $300 a week. So it looks a bit like this. Step 1, here's how the whole deal works. You pay $31,500 to get started. That's you, the guy in the black, and that's me at the bank there. So you pay $31,500. Step 2, you or your tenant pays me, the bank, $700 a week. Then step 3, you pay the outgoings, you know, the rates and the maintenance and the rent and all that stuff. You pay all that, and that's around $300 a week. Okay, and then in step 4 is in 15 years' time, you pay me $247,500 in 2029. That's it. So the value of this property is around the $279,000 mark. So if you take the $31,500 deposit away, that leaves $247,000 payable and a half, payable in 15 years. So what we're doing is locking in today's price that you don't have to pay now, you pay it in 15 years' time. Think there might be a little bit of growth in a CBD apartment within 15 years? Just putting it out there. Pretty easy, huh? Like, that's the system. It's not complicated. You couldn't even complicate it if you tried. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, here's a few pics. There's the living and dining area. Looking back towards the front door. Another kitchen. It's got an island bench there, you can see, with the grapefruit on it. And then that's the view looking out over the ocean, you know, with the lounge and the telly and stuff there. 2-bedroom unit, 2 car parks downstairs that are secure. Imagine waking up to that each morning. That's the main bedroom. Nice, huh? And that's kind of done the best you can to get the view of where you'd be seeing from in bed. And that's looking back into the main bedroom. Here's one of the bathrooms. Nice, huh? The unit's about 5 years old. Very modern, luxury stuff. Look, it's even got a towel heater. You can see it there. There's the other bedroom, similar thing, both with water views and the balcony out there. And there's the deck. You can see there's plenty of outdoor entertaining space. And the common area downstairs. And look, the tennis court. Don't know if I'd be the one running around in a little tennis skirt. Not a pretty sight, but nevertheless. There's a nice tennis court if you're into that. And there's the other bathroom. So you get an idea of the place, right? You can get a feel for what we're talking about here. And at the time of recording this video, I'd been running a few ads on Facebook for just a few days. And have a look at this. Here's the ad right here. Oh, hang on. It's my phone. I'll just reject that. You can see this. There's the ad that I've run on Facebook, and that's probably the one you saw. You can see that there's like 1,500 website clicks. This ad has only been there for a couple of days. See that? 1,511 website clicks in just a few days. Now, this property, my phone's been ringing like crazy. Well, it just rang then. And that's why I made this video, because there's been so much inquiry, and the property obviously won't be for sale for long. So if this is something that interests you and you want to take a look at the property, there's the address there, Unit 804 of 30 Beach Road, Auckland. Go down and have a look, and you can see it. You won't get in because the unit block's secured, but you'll see what's happening in the vicinity. Okay, I'll cover that in one sec. So I'm quite serious about this. I'll be selling this property to the first one with $35,000, and they will become the new owner. All you have to do is click on that button below, and there's a report there that explains all the details, pretty much the same details that you've got in this video. Once you've read that report, fill out the apply here form that you'll see on the next page, and if you can afford to make the payments and you're serious about this, you could be the next owner. Then we'll get you in for an inspection. So if you're not serious, please, please, please don't fill out the form, because I don't want to waste your time and my time and the tenant's time, because it's currently got tenants in it. I don't want to, waste all of our time showing you a property that you're not going to buy. But if you are serious, fill that form out. Then we'll get you in for an inspection. If you like it, what will happen next is I'll give you the paperwork. You pay the deposit into the lawyer's trust account. The lawyers look over the paperwork for you, and bang, you're the new owner. Simple as that. So click below to get started.